Cass, you want to give a recap for those that were missing?
Oh God. Um, I was here last session, right? Yes, I
Yeah.
was. Yes, I was. I remember that now. We have been here nor there a lot recently, but um, Lokia and the professor are out cold. And so Voltaire was like, all right, let's do this thing. So they enter, throws a shoe into the lava first. I think that happened. And by talking to my sister, but not before talking to my younger brother, who aged very rapidly in front of me, and that was really scary. But then I was able to escape from my nightmare, and I attempted to talk sense into the professor a lot while Voltaire approached heroes that were able to take down the Titan, struggling to do so, and with some good rolls, they were able to discern that they could go and help them. And the professor did so. Hooray.
Thank you. All right. As I was sort of mentioning to Travis earlier, we're going to start with Gorm's situation first. Um, just to bridge the time gap a little tiny bit, if I can. Um, so as you might remember last time, Gorm, you managed to make your way through the tunnels, following Blue Jay's directive, uh, and the strange sand that was seemingly guiding you. Um, you don't know how, you don't know why, but it got you to where you needed to go. Um, upon entering the area, you were met with the scene of this rustic, ancient-looking ruins of sorts. That's been it kind of has a lot of like blue or cerulean low-daleganite sort of like jutting out from various spots. And off in the distance, you saw a Laurel sort of like catching her breath, kind of like after you run a marathon, which she did. Uh, she catching her breath. She's kind of like recollecting herself. The atmosphere in this area is very like dank and kind of like you could smell like the dust and like water mixture, kind of like in a like the kind of smell you would smell in a cave. Um, it's kind of cold down here. It's not too dark. There's some torches lit like in different places. So there's some light, so you're able to kind of like see pretty much everything. It looks like this area used to be used for like excavation and like archaeology or something along those lines, but was abandoned, but also just recently used as like a campsite. You see like old dusty items along with like newer things. Um, and yeah, you see a Laurel sitting on a bench, uh, catching her breath. She's huffing and puffing, and then you see her reach over onto the table, and she picks up like a weird syringe of some sort, and she looks at it, and she stabs herself with it. After a few moments, she drops it and then just sort of like leans back in her chair. What are you doing in this moment? Keep in mind you do have Blue Jay still, um, kind of like perched on your shoulder.
Well, I think I've seen enough to know that I should probably get the others, but I'm not. Wait, Gorm has an earpiece, right?
Uh, is he an age?
I don't think so.
I honestly don't remember if he ever had one. I don't think he did.
Oh,
You, anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't remember him ever having one.
I'm pretty sure he was given one so that we could keep in contact with the rest of our party members, or either him or Blue Jay has one. So
I don't
we
think Blue
we
Jay has one.
can.
Blue Jay definitely doesn't have one.
I think she's
Um,
too small to have one, honestly,
yeah, especially in bug form, it would just kind of fall.
as a furry centipede.
um, well, okay, we could say just for the sake of me forgetting. We'll say that Gorm was given one. That's fine.
All
'Cause
right,
I
so
trust you guys.
I'm definitely gonna relay like how exactly we got here and what I'm seeing and the presence of the Lodeoganite
Who are you
and
relaying it to?
Voltaire, probably.
Okay,
He seems smart. He would know what to do.
okay. What seems like minutes has, and you're waiting for any sort of reply, and you do not hear any.
Should have figured the damn thing wouldn't work in a cave. No reception. I suppose I'm gonna try to retrace my steps and go back to where the tunnels diverged.
I am going to need you to roll stealth real quick.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Gorm's not a stealthy guy.
All right. Sorry, I should have had this prepared. Give me 1 second. I just want to do some measurements real quick. Okay, you're pretty far away. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please. You look back just in time for Elora to kind of like jolt up a little bit. Look, look around towards your direction, and then disappear.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use haste.
Do you have that spell, or are you like haste is like your
Dash. Sorry,
dash? Okay,
dash.
okay, okay. So we will say that you managed to make your way back to the spider web through the tunnels. Let me fix this real quick. Give me 1 moment. Just doing some cleanup real quick before I bring you onto the map. Do-do-do-do. Okay. All right. You managed to make your way back. You climb right back up the tunnel. What?
I'm also curious if I know what you're saying what to.
Okay. Cool. So, what is your game plan now?
Is there anyone in the room who is like guarding that tunnel? Anything like that? anyone nearby in general.
Do you peek your head outside of the room, or are you just looking in the room itself?
I'll peek my head out too, assuming I see no one in the room.
You do see just an agent and an initiate. He's sort of like in training right now. They're sort of standing right outside the door. Um, the agent is an elven man, uh, pretty stocky in build. He's got brown hair, a little goatee. Um, and the initiate is kobold with like silvery red sort of skin. Um, and he looks like he's just excited to be there.
Hey, could one of you go grab just whoever, whoever's in charge here, everyone? I don't know.
The agent looks at you and he just says, "Everything all right?"
Well, I found Laurel, and I'm pretty sure they found me, and they might be behind me.
You see his eyes sort of like go wide, and he just darts off, and the kobold's kind of like just standing there. I'll turn my camera back on. He's like, kind of like looking around, and he just books it uh, right behind the agent.
Do you know where the others in my group went?
Are you asking the ones that just left?
The kobold.
Or the kobold followed the
Oh,
agent?
okay.
He didn't know what he was supposed to do, so he just went with the agent.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose I'll just wait for them to return, because, you know, obviously I gotta try to stop them if they come up through the tunnel again.
Hear very, very heavy footsteps running around the corner, and Lester comes barging through the room. Oh, they told me you found Laurel. Where is she?
Oh, she's definitely through this tunnel. Do you know where the other?
Well, I think they went to investigate something. You might have to talk to Ted about that. He's the one who gave directives. You're for sure she's through the tunnel.
I definitely saw her, and there's a chance she saw me. So I
Are
don't.
you sure it wasn't just a ghost, or maybe your psyche playing with you?
I'm positive. I don't know if she
Because I'm
followed
pretty
me.
sure she's dead. We buried her. She's dead. Are you sure
She might be
this
undead.
wasn't some mind trickery?
No, I'm
I just
I'm
want to be
very
sure
sure.
before I send anyone down there.
I don't know about sending anyone down there unless it's everyone. We're
Why?
dealing with some powerful stuff here.
What did you see?
Um, an entire cavern essentially full of lodeoganite crystals, a campsite in the cavern, and Olaurel in the campsite.
What's she doing down there?
She used some sort of syringe and shot herself up with something.
Doesn't
Is
make
that
any sense.
is that a thing people do? Is there an opioid epidemic here?
Not that I'm aware of.
So then definitely not normal behavior.
Especially for Laurel. She was, for lack of a better word, or term rather, a goody good. Very by the book.
We have reason to believe she may not be as goody good as once thought, or may have been corrupted somehow. Some kind of necromancy, evil magic. I don't really understand. We'll have to talk to someone else.
Go talk to Fred. Find out where your friends are. I'll take care of this.
Thank you. Don't go in there alone. And I'm just gonna head towards Fred.
I go from one scratchy voice to another now. Fred's getting ready to kind of like go into his office. He hasn't noticed you yet, but he kind of hears you rushing towards him, and he just brushes it off as like agents running around.
Fred, where are the others?
Backs up a little bit. He turns around. There's one eye just kind of like glaring right at you. What do you mean, where are the others?
The rest of the group.
Thought they was with you.
Lester just told me you sent them somewhere.
I thought you was with them.
No, I was investigating the tunnel.
He looks confused, and you can kind of like see that the hamster wheel in his head, and a figure of sense
It's
as he's trying
like
to piece
looking
everything
into
together.
a mirror.
So you went down the tunnel, they went this way, and then what the hell, man?
What do you mean, what the hell? What's wrong?
Broke rule number one: never split the group. We teach that to all the initiates.
So you're saying you have no idea where they are? Where did you send them?
Oh, I sent them. What was it? Over here? No, it's somewhere. No, not there. It couldn't have been there. The that one place, or was it this other place? It was some. I don't remember exactly where.
I'm gonna try the earpiece again.
Are you contacting Voltaire again, or are you trying somebody else?
I'm just gonna rapidly alternate between everyone who has an earpiece at this point.
Just like changing frequencies rapidly.
Yeah, because now I'm worried. Now I'm like,
Hello, 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 hello,
yeah,
hello.
just scrolling through all the channels.
After scrolling through every possible channel that you have available to you, you don't seem to get any responses. Oh, I think I remember. They went to like the shopping area. There was a one shop over there. Might have been like a used gear shop, or maybe like some old shipping facility, or maybe it might have been some of this apothecary type of thing. I don't remember. One of those three.
So let me get this straight. You sent them on a mission to go shopping?
The hell do I look like? I could send somebody else.
I
Maybe
am
dumb,
so
but I'm not that
confused.
dumb.
And yet you don't remember where you sent them.
Hey, it was a few hours ago, or I got the memory of a gnat. Or maybe it's a fly. I don't know, whichever one has a short memory. But I am pretty sure it was in the shopping district. There was some sort of a safe house or something they were trying to investigate. One of the old spiderweb safe houses before we kind of switched over to this one.
Could you tell me where it is? Mark it on map.
Get to the map itself, and right around where the 3 is.
Okay. Well, I guess that's where I'm headed.
Sorry, I couldn't have been much more help.
It's alright, I know you tried.
Did I, though?
Are you saying you didn't?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Anyways, yeah, Laurel is in that tunnel that we found. I don't know if I told you that, but
You mean Dead Laurel?
yes, the evil one that, might kill
The one that
everyone.
we
So
buried?
no, the one that unburied.
Wait, I'm confused again. How could she be unburied if we buried her?
Necromancy? I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy for this kind of answer.
Man, I wish Ted was here. He'd have all the answers.
Wait, is Ted not here?
Ted 2 is.
All
Don't you
right.
remember Ted 1 died?
Yeah.
And you see, like, his one giant eye is just, like, starting to well up with a tear. It hurts to remember.
Well, I better hurry and try to find the others then.
I'm just gonna go. This, this, I'll be back soon. And you see, starts to cry as he goes into his office.
Oops.
And you see, as he opens the door, you see Ted 2 is in there, and Ted 2 kind of like extends his arm stalks as Fred goes in for a hug. And it's weird to see two beholders hug. Very
And
weird.
those beholders are a weird bunch.
So you're going down to where he marked on the map.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So he told you that there was either the a warehouse, a used gear shop, or an apothecary that he sort of pointed out. Which one do you want to investigate first?
Apothecary.
Okay. So you look through the window of this antique, rundown apothecary. It looks like it hasn't been open in many decades. It's got cobwebs all in the windows. It's very dark on the inside. Uh, uh, dust is all over the place, even all over the window. And as you kind of like peer inside, you see various antique like planters and pots and mounds of soil and various other gardening tools and but nothing else.
Does any of the dust look like it was recently disturbed?
Roll investigation.
I was afraid you'd say that. Oh, wasn't that bad.
You don't you can't really discern whether it's been disturbed by people that are just curious about this historic area or any other reason. Seems like, people were kind of like, hey, check out this historic, building and looking inside to see if, there's maybe a rat or something inside that they could catch a glimpse of. Other than that, you don't really see anything. Are you checking the door?
Yes.
The door creaks open. It is not locked.
And is the light from the doorway enough for me to see?
See what?
Just in general, you mentioned it was pretty dark in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you looking through the doorway?
Yeah.
You kind of like peek in the doorway and you see pretty much everything that I had described earlier. Various like antique, like apothecary stuff. Are you going in there or
I'm gonna call out first before I just go walking in.
okay? What exactly are you saying?
Just hello, guys. Anybody?
You hear skittering, little footsteps, and a large rat sort of goes underneath your legs at the door.
Okay. Well, that explains the sound. And it doesn't look like anyone's actually walked in and disturbed it. It just,
Not that you could tell,
okay.
but it's weird that this door is unlocked.
That's true. All right,
I think you'd be
YOLO.
smart enough
I'm
to know
going
that
in.
it'd be weird.
All right, I'm walking in.
Okay. You step in the building and you see your friends on the floor, unconscious.
Immediately gonna try to wake them up.
You rush towards them, and immediately you yourself fall unconscious.
Uh,
When you come to, you look around. This place seems familiar. The smells seem familiar. The sounds seem familiar. And the memories start flooding. This is your childhood home. This is your town from when you were a child. You hear off in the distance your mother and father out in the farm laughing and just enjoying their work. You look around yourself, you look down. You're wearing a very peculiar outfit. Not the one that you were wearing that you remember wearing as, adult form. You look at your hands and everything seems pretty big to you.
all right. I know how this is probably gonna go, but it seems quite pleasant right now. like just a nice dream about, happy days in the past. So I guess I'm just gonna explore.
You walk toward your house in the farm. The scent of manure starts to fill your nose, and then the scent of petrichor as you look up and the sky begins to darken and rain begins to fall. Funny, you don't remember anything about it. It wasn't supposed to rain today, but it happens. You're in that part of the country.
Well, it'll
You
be
make your
good for the
way.
crops.
You make your way towards your parents. It's familiar to you. On your way there, you hear a scream.
Okay, I would start running.
You run as fast as you can. Your small footsteps not really making much headway, and you get there just in time to see getting stabbed with a sword by a man with a mask on his face, and another one next to him has a torch. He throws it onto the barn, and it lights up in flames. Into the barn start to scream in terror and begin trampling out of the barn.
Hmm.
Among the scent of rain and manure is the scent of blood.
Is there? I
You feel.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is there anyone else around?
You look around. It's just you. The bandits or whatever they are. They booked it.
As in, they've already left.
They ran. Your mother and father lay on the ground, bleeding out. They reach out for you, and you don't. You have like a mixture of rain and tears going down your face, and can't really discern when it comes to taste as they both start like flowing into your gaping mouth.
I would reach back out to them and kind of just freeze in shock, not knowing what to do or what even could be done. Like,
You reach out with confusion, confliction. You don't know what to do, and you close your eyes, kind of like just to wish it all away. And you open your eyes, and you look down, grass. You look up, the sky's clear again. You hear your mother and father laughing in the distance at the farm.
all right, Groundhog Day. How do you break the cycle? So this time I'm gonna immediately sprint towards my mother and father.
I want to relay one crucial piece of information, though. You don't remember the last time it happened. This is
Oh,
as if it happened for the very first time every time it happens. And after the fourth, fifth, sixth time, 10th time, everyone else appears in this dream. Voltaire, Isaac, Lokia. You all see a child, kind of dirty blonde, brownish hair, very like loose fitting clothes, running off towards a farm, darken, and it begins to rain. And you hear screaming, and then after a little while, you hear a child crying. You can all obviously gather this is Gorm. This is him as a child. This is his childhood memory by bandits. You can kind of discern that this is that memory.
All right, good plan, guys. Gorm can stay here for all we care. No. No, I'm
Gee,
kidding, I'm kidding.
thanks,
I'm kidding.
guys.
We're
will
working
not
to bring him
stay
back
there.
from the dead. He's gotta come back.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
you know, they're just enjoying seeing little baby Gorm.
He's so sweet. He's so little and sweet.
I'm going to run towards the screaming child.
Good plan.
So that's
I'll
sort of
follow.
at the crying child is at the end of the nightmare. So you guys are coming in, you see it happen, and it sort of like replays. Like you see Gorm as a child. He runs. He's walking towards the farm. You hear a woman scream, and he books it towards the farm. And then after a few moments, you hear a child crying, which you can assume is Gorm.
I'm gonna turn and look at Milkia. I know you're beefy. Honestly, all of you are beefy. I'm truly the only wimpy one in this group. That's fine.
I
What
am
did we
very large.
time? What did we learn last time, Isaac?
that's
Isaac
true.
about to get another nightmare sequence.
Lukia looks to Isaac, and Lukia thinks Isaac is much smarter than her, so she's kind of looking for reassurance here. He's got to confront something he doesn't really want to, right?
I assume so. We have to prove somehow that it's not real enough for him to realize that he has to confront something. Really hope that he has like the mind of adult Gorm, because I think sort of explaining the concept of mortality to like 6-year-old Gorm is going to be a little difficult.
To be fair, 6-year-old Gorm would have grown up on a farm and, had
Yeah, you know
animals
what?
that died and stuff. So, like, mortality
Yeah, that would
wouldn't
make
She's
sense.
probably the easiest person to. You know what? I take it
Completely
back. I think honestly, explaining the concept of death to Yuri is probably more difficult than explaining it to a child.
Lukia puts her hands on her hips and sighs. But little Gorm doesn't know who we are, doesn't really trust us.
Well, I would say this is probably the moment where Gorm kind of got a natural distrust of other people.
Oh, good.
So, like, up until this, childlike innocence.
Gorm has a Batman backstory.
Gorm is Batman?
Gorm is
Good old
Batman.
Gorm Wayne.
Gorm's poor Batman.
Oh my god. Who married a goat?
Happily married.
Did not marry the goat. The goat attempted marriage. Gorm said no. Important
Happily
distinction.
married. All I'm hearing is nothing that can't be worked out in couples counseling. That's I'm gonna look at everybody and go, okay, perhaps this will be not what we're looking for, but I feel like kind of planting the seed that it's a dream is helpful in like the stepping stone to confronting whatever sort of dark personal issue that you've sort of summoned up for yourself. I I don't know if I know Gorm well enough, but if he never saw the faces of the people that did it, as I look around the house, to see these people in masks, maybe it's sort of like trying to read in a dream. If you ever pick up a book in a dream and you open it and you try and read something, there's not actually words on the page. Like you won't really be able to read it. You just kind of, it looks like shapes of letters, but there's nothing really there. And I wonder if, as potentially horrific as it sounds, if we pull the masks off of those people, will there be faces underneath? I feel like if I saw somebody missing their face, I'd be kind of
There
concerned.
wasn't in Lokia's. Only the people they remember have faces, but like the background characters are just like mutant faces.
Dream for your dream, Voltaire?
No, when I was in Lokia's dream.
And it was the same for Voltaire's dream too, for each of us.
Well,
Which is what I just
yeah.
referenced.
Well, I wouldn't know from my dream.
Yeah.
You would know, but I wouldn't know that.
I honestly wasn't paying attention to the faces. I just wanted to get you out. So.
So it's on you if you know or not.
Oh no!
What are you
What
guys like
will
actively trying to do in this moment?
What phase of the dream are we in?
I would say a time span of like everything that happens, it happens within like a maybe like a 5 minute time span that loops back like to the start.
At the start of the dream, she's going to look to Isaac and Voltaire. One of you should probably approach him. Giant dragon person and red.
I would have to agree with that. We would probably be the ones to just kind of look like we're fending off the robbers, if that was our game plan. Be intimidating. I'm not sure.
So what would Loki and Jarroth be doing while Voltaire and Isaac approach Little Gorm?
I'm going to suggest that we run towards the place where the scream will happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
we skedaddle over.
We skedaddle.
So Isaac and Voltaire, are you approaching Gorm?
Yep.
How are you approaching him? Like, what exactly are you doing and saying?
I would slowly, cautiously walk up to him. Like, hey Gorm, buddy, are you okay?
Gorm, you see a strange man approach you that somehow knows your name, but it's not that surprising because you do live in a farm that a lot of people know about, but you've never seen this person before.
Who are you? And also, side note, what part of the dream is this specifically taking place during? Is
This is
Gormari
the
like
very beginning.
okay?
It's
Um,
still sunlight out.
okay, then it's a more cheerful. Hi, how are you? Who are you again?
I am Voltaire. Do you recognize this name?
Sounds familiar, but I don't really know.
Roll history for me with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Well, I know nothing. No surprise.
You've never heard that name in your life.
All right, I take it back.
Next to him, approaching, is a shorter fellow, very studied look to him. It's Isaac.
Lovely farm you have here. Is this your farm?
Yeah. Are you two friends?
We are.
Yes, yes, we are.
Say, whatever happens, I want you to know that this is a dream. I know you might feel like you're wide awake, but this is definitely a dream.
Gorm's gonna pinch himself, and Dave, I kind of need you to tell me if he feels it or not. Like,
I mean, he feels the pinch. Yeah, he definitely feels the pinch, and I think he would kind of think like, I mean, yeah, this is the dream. This is the dream. I get to work with my parents all the time.
all right, Gorm's not convinced. Thinks, yeah, this is real life.
You to think hard. Where was the last place you were at?
Well, I was just in the shed over there.
Before that, before this place.
Oh no, I've always been here, ever since I was born.
Never left this farm?
No,
But I think you've been on many adventures. Try to think back.
well, there was one time when I went for a walk in the woods and made friends with a frog.
That is adorable.
he's so pure.
Look at Freddy.
Lokia and Jarvoth, you're scooting around the back of the barn. I wish I had a map for this. I wasn't really expecting Gorm to go straight for the apothecary. So yeah, this is the barn. You're going to the back of the farm, right? All right. So you kind of like, are you going stealthily or are you just bum rushing?
I think stealth is probably the best
Yeah,
option.
I
Okay.
would have to agree.
So you kind of like look around the other side of the barn, and you see a couple bandits manhandling a woman. They're kind of like shaking her, and the a man runs up, and they sort of like whack him away. And you hear them whispering something very angrily at the woman, and you hear her say no, and you see the other bandit light a torch, and the one that's holding the woman stabs her with it, and that's when she screams.
I'm going to attempt to grapple the one with the torch.
Well, let me cut back
Oh,
to
just
Gorm
kidding.
and everyone else first. Gorm, you do hear your mother scream in this instance, and it has started to rain.
My mom, I wonder what's wrong.
Remember, it's not real.
And I'm assuming that Gorm is rushing to his mother again.
Yes.
So you get there and just in time for Loki. Are you grappling the man?
I am gonna try and go to his mom and try and help her
Okay.
by trying to get the stabber away and try and put pressure on the wound.
So Loki, you go to try to grapple the man, but he seems to sort of like phase through you in a sense, and he stabs uh the man that was originally like trying to protect the woman. And you see the other one with the torch throws it onto the bar, and as little Gorm runs up and sees his parents bleeding, lying on the ground, dying, and a dragon person and a devil person standing near them while the other two bandits run away.
Oopsie.
Not well. I mean, I would want to give them a chance to say if they're, trying to run after the bandits or something, I guess. Like, seems fair.
Well, we both know the dream's about to end.
Yeah.
So I think Lilkia just kind of like curses and starts to walk away from it. All right, try number 2.
And
I
again, it's
I
restarts.
yell in frustration.
Well, it's a good thing I won't remember this.
But oddly enough, Drefroth and Lokia, you are still in the same spot where the dream ended. And this comes off as strange to you.
I see this as a strategy of we can get a new perception on how to go about this.
And the scene plays out just as it did before. But this time, obviously the bandits they don't see you. They don't notice that you're there. They're there for a scene. You are just onlookers. And give me 1 second. You see the one bandit manhandling the woman, who you now know to be Gorm's mother, and he is very angrily whispering, "Where is it? Where did you hide it? Tell me where you hid it." And she says, "No." And he like, ugh. He looks over at his partner, and his partner lights up the torch, and he leans in close, and you're close enough to even hear all of this. You hear him say, "Then you will die with your barn. You will die with your livelihood, and we will come back and tear this farm apart." And he stabs her. She screams, and then the husband or the father gets stabbed, and they begin to run as the farm is up in flame. Are you guys doing anything to hide this time, or before reloops back to the beginning?
I'm going to stay put.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same.
So we'll cut back to Isaac, Voltaire, and Gorm.
I'm gonna reach an arm up, turn
Yes.
Voltaire around like we're doing like a little chat so that our backs are to baby Gorm. Very much in the like, I don't want to argue in front of the kid. We need to chat. And I go, really appreciate what you're doing here. And that feels, right. Can we try a run without the kid gloves? I've got an idea, but I think I'm gonna look like a huge asshole, and I really don't want it to be like. I would just want to give you like heads up,
Sounds good. Let's try it.
Okay. And it feels, I just want to note it for the record, feels weird to say what I'm about to say to a child. Okay. All right, turn around. Hi, kiddo. Like, beautiful farm that you have here.
What brings you here?
Well, I'm here to. I look at Voltaire and I kind of like, whew, okay. I'm gonna be so honest with you, kid. I'm here because in about 1 minute and 26 seconds, your mother's going to be stabbed to death, and you're gonna go find that. And I'm trying to speed run this so that you realize that it's not real. Sorry, minute 17. It's gonna be your dad too. Just wanted to psych you up for that. How do you how do you feel? How do you feel about that? It's going to happen. Are you aware of that fact, or is this new information?
They're acting like they're putting on a play or something.
Such a beautiful, smart. Oh, see, okay. 37 seconds. That's such a smart thing to say, young man. Have you ever considered formal education? You should. No, they're not acting. They're going to be real dead. Real dead from real stab wounds from real guys. Grab little Gorm's hand and just start trudging over.
And you do hear, like clockwork, the woman scream.
Sorry, my watch is a bit off.
It's as if this weird, strange, scholarly man predicted it.
I have many powers. Seeing the future, casually, not really one of them. This has happened before. This, I'm not going to try and tell you it's not real because it is real, but it already happened. Do you notice how it hurts? Your grief is not new. You have been living with it. Can you feel that?
It was a shock and confusion, and like Way's wondering is a combination of how did you know that was gonna happen, and also like if you knew that was going to happen, why did you just let it happen? Still not quite grasping the concept here because it's Gorm.
Right. Yes. Okay. I can see on your face that this is maybe not coming together. Okay. I hate to do this to you because you are a child, but when I know you, you're like a full adult, so keep that in mind.
Oh no.
That's not ominous or anything.
It's resetting again. Damn it. I wish magic worked. Fuck.
Punch him in the face before the reset.
I just cracked that. No, I'm kidding. I punch Gorman. I actually break 3 of my knuckles and do no damage to him.
Yeah, I mean, Gordon's probably been kicked by a donkey at some point in his childhood. So,
That feels right. Yeah.
Why is Twisted Willow typing?
uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, man.
And the scene is reset.
I feel like you guys, to me, we all just felt like we were the kids in the magic school bus. And we're all sitting there, and then we just found out that like we're going on a field trip with Miss Frizzle, and we all went,
Oh
"No."
man.
She went, "No, we're going
Aw.
inside a human body," and we all went,
Oh.
Sounds
okay.
Who is Miss
pretty
Frizzle at this
accurate.
point? Who is it?
Oh.
Dave.
I mean, yeah. Dave's the
Who
one
the fuck are
driving the
me?
bus.
Dave's the one
I'm
driving
the
the bus.
little lizard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Dave's the lizard. I know exactly who Miss Frizzle is.
Who's Miss
And
Frizzle?
I'm gonna get his
Who is it?
ass.
I
Who
don't
is it?
care.
Get his
True.
ass.
True,
Who is-
Abby.
Oh,
I'm gonna get his
Felipe?
ass.
That
Or-
one.
Oh
that
no.
little
Oh
motherfucker.
no.
What do you mean? Philippe is such a nice guy.
For sure. For sure.
I don't know,
Also-
as far as
Sis.
I can throw him, and I can
Mhm.
throw him pretty far.
Very off topic, but Cass, I would die for your cat.
This is Cat Willow.
Oh my gosh!
aw.
That is Cat.
Cat
Oh,
Willow. Sorry,
love
don't mean
it.
to derail. She's
It's-
very interested in what's going on here.
No. Oh, I'm gonna fireball that motherfucker until he's charred bacon bits. I'm gonna put him on a salad. And it's not even gonna be the main dish of the meal. That's a side salad you're going on, bitch. Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Fuck.
Back to square one again.
Oh man.
I'm gonna look at my two, I know, religiously devoted friends.
Idea.
Well, they're somewhere else. It hasn't
I
reset for them. They're still in the same spot. It reset for you two though.
I have an idea. What could I roll an insight for checking to see if there's any like anything I can sense inside of the barn that might be the reason why the robbers are here? Or would that be more of a perception?
That would be investigation. And
Okay.
I'll let you roll that.
Okay. My computer's being mean to me. Give me one moment.
You're fine.
Oh.
The discourse right now. I don't like it.
I'm actually lost. I don't understand what's going on, but it's fine.
Find out. Um.
I don't think
You're
it
looking
works.
inside of the barn house or the farmhouse rather. You're looking inside of it.
Yes.
Okay. Here inside looks like a normal farmhouse with farming supplies, and there's a chicken that's perched up on top of the couch. It's sleeping there. Little chicken. Looks like it's tucked in a blanket. Other than that, you don't really find much.
Dang it.
What about Lucio?
I'm just kind of thinking to myself, because I know if this works, anything like my dream, no matter how we interact with these people, they're going to do what they do, and then the dream's going to reset. So I'm kind of just pacing, trying to figure out a way to show a 6-year-old, essentially child, that doesn't trust me and get him to confront a fear. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly there is for him to confront here, because that's the common theme.
Maybe it's not a fear. Maybe it's a guilt or regret or some other repressed feeling.
I
Like
have an
I'll give you an
idea.
example. For Voltaire, it was sort of like uh believing that he's more than the situation that he's in, rather than just going along for the ride. For Isaac, it was confronting the fear. He's just not big enough to battle these things or these fears, if you will. For Loki, I think it was confronting the guilt. So maybe it's not necessarily like fear in general or something that Gore might fear, but something that might be holding him back in a way.
I have an idea, but I don't think he's gonna like it one bit.
Are you saying that
Bro's
out
gotta
loud?
watch his parents die.
So, and I'm gonna be all like, so, you know how we found out we phased through them?
Look in odds.
I'm big. I can move relatively fast over to the barn. What if when this dream resets, I'm already by where he is? I pick him up, drag him on over here. I start chuckling in the way of I am so uncomfortable and I cannot believe that I'm even thinking to do this to a child. We're gonna make him watch his parents die done to stop it.
Look, yeah, just kind of looks at Jeff Roth like, just like that, just. And I lift
Ugh.
like a hand to my mouth and just kind of nod. I mean, doesn't work, then the dream will just reset. I'm not sure if this is something he has to confront on his own accord or not, though. But we could try.
We could set him up in the way where he has to be able to confront it and actually understand and realize it's not his fault. There's nothing he could have done to prevent it. And who has dealt with, I guess, a little bit of loss in my life. That's one way I would want to kind of confront it, I guess. But he's probably gonna hate me forever for the next 5 minutes until this resets. Or maybe he's gonna hate me forever in general. Who's to say? I don't know.
Thaumaturgy? What can you do with thaumaturgy?
No, it's traumaturgy.
Uh,
It's
Yeah.
I was like, how am I gonna use that?
hilarious, by the way.
Lucia will just kind of nod. I'll help you restrain him.
I have my arms under the armpits, I guess, of him.
Are you rushing back to the start of the scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when it replays, Gorm now sees a giant dragon man rushing towards him.
With the devil woman behind.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Two people
Oh,
he
no.
obviously have never seen. Gorm, I think at this point in this loop, he's had enough exposure with Voltaire and Isaac that he kind of remembers them as though like they're not like foreign people to him. But you two, on the other hand, you two are quite intimidating as you rush towards him. How is Isaac and Voltaire reacting?
Just staring at him like, what are you doing? Because we don't know their plan.
I'm gonna yell at them. Isaac, Voltaire, grab him right now.
Huh?
What?
Trust us. We have a plan.
Okay.
I
Okay.
yell right after that. We're gonna make him watch it.
Gods above. Oh my
Okay.
9 hells. Okay.
I'll grab him.
I'll grab an ankle.
Oh boy.
Try and pick him up and start running.
Gorm?
Gorm is muted.
It took like no convincing. That's a little weird.
Well, we have knowledge that you don't in this
Listen.
situation.
Well, you guys like,
Stranger
yeah,
danger,
you
stranger
and
danger.
Jarroth,
They
but Voltaire and Isaac, like they were just ready.
Well,
Isaac was
You
actually
had
mid
to say
warm
it
up.
twice, and they were down.
we've tried a
Isaac
couple
was
different
mid
things.
warm up. Yeah. He was getting ready. He was doing the knuckle cracking.
I was actually gonna try to persuade you to walk over there or run over there. Be like, we gotta save your parents. They're in
That
trouble.
would have been
Come
so much
hurry.
nicer. Wow.
We'll try that next time if this
this way.
doesn't work.
Yeah,
Right.
fair
That's what I
enough.
was saying. The worst case scenario, we try again next time.
Next time it is, I guess.
Anyways, Gorm's definitely screaming and struggling.
You actually hear the screams from the parents happen sooner. The rain hasn't even started falling yet, like heavily, and the barn goes up in flames before you can even get there.
Damn it.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Wait a second.
You're saying,
So-
oh, like you understand what that
My
means.
intelligence stat. It's finally kicking in, guys.
So we aren't all just sharing brain cells, I guess.
I'm gonna contribute one more brain cell.
One more.
Throw a new one in. I'm gonna, I guess, drop the ankle of the child as he disappears. Or I'll
Yep.
just drop him on the floor. I don't know.
Oh.
He's not even a real kid. It's fine. It's fine. I made my peace with this. I want a football huddle with my gang.
Yes,
Hey.
yes.
Hey guys, okay. I feel like we were on the right track with the there's nothing you can do about it. I feel like this go, I think the thing that he's like, it's like a guilt thing that he's struggling with. Obviously, there was nothing you could do about it, but he hasn't really internalized that yet. I think maybe loved the whole pick him up, chuck him over there, we'll make him watch his parents die. Innovative, I liked it. I think this time maybe we stop him from going. If we can reaffirm that he's a kid and there's nothing he could have done, and we stop him from putting himself back in the cycle, it might be enough to kind of break him out or help him kind of consider that it's not his fault. I'm also down to punch him. That was another option. I can punch. It's not going to go well, but I will throw that on the table.
It's going to be hard to convince a child to not run to their screaming parents.
Listen, if we picked him up and ran him over there, we can pick him up and not let him run over there, you know?
Can we stop his parents from screaming?
No, we would phase through them.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Okay.
shake my head. You remember I wasn't even able to stop anyone from moving in my hellscape. Really.
And Voltaire, couldn't stop the guy that was whipping you. I actually tried, but it phased through my body.
Sorry, you were getting whipped in yours?
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I shared too much.
That's a lot. You guys
not,
are having, whoa, not good times.
not the good kind of whip.
That's
Well,
disappointing.
Look,
I'm
raises an
sorry.
eyebrow.
You
Isaac
see a
raises an
group of
eyebrow,
people
too.
huddling in a circle.
Look has to walk away for a minute after that comment.
Okay, break.
I sigh and look to the dream sky. Hilmater, give me patience, because if you give me strength, can't promise I'll use it for good. And wait for the dream to restart.
I make sure I'm back at the beginning.
This is gonna
Assume
sound like
positions.
very.
Assume
This is
position.
gonna sound like very, very bad timing, but I have to go real quick. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Play,
Okay.
be safe.
Okay.
Travel well.
Update me on if all hell breaks loose.
You got it.
It
It
will.
will.
Don't worry.
Usually
Yeah.
See
does.
ya.
Okay, so assuming the reassuming the positions. Loki, are you going? Where are you going?
I think I just kind of stand to the side of the barn once again, knowing that I can't stop anything that's happening inside, and now our plan is to possibly keep Gorm away from it. I kind of stand like in front of the entrance of the barn, actually, where he would run in to see them, to just kind of, if he tries to walk through.
Being restarted. Little Gorm sees Voltaire and Isaac. Sort of kind of recognize them, not fully clear yet. Knows their names because I'm pretty sure you guys, at least Voltaire has introduced himself. I don't know if Isaac has.
About 30 times now.
Be kind of rude if you didn't.
Yeah, so you know them by name. You don't really know them personally as of yet, but they seem sort of familiar to you. As if they're like family friends or something now. And they're standing in front of you.
Start yelling at him. Well, not yelling, but firm form. Your parents are about to be killed. There's nothing we can do to stop them. Tried over and over again. We're trying, but there's just nothing that can be done. I need you to just stay here.
What? Why? What
Tried.
do you mean?
I mean, you can try. And if it fails, we'll try again next round in the barn.
Okay. Gorm's gonna try to run behind the barn.
I'll try and grab Gorm, but
You're halting him from going.
I'd tell Isaac just let him go. Maybe if he goes on his own.
I just hold him for a second, and I go, "You're still, you can't now. You don't have to try." And I'll soften my grip. I'm not letting go, but if he tries to pull away, I'm not gonna like clamp on him.
Are you pulling away, Gorm?
I'm gonna say yes, because Gorm's still like he just thinks these people are talking very cryptically and weird and doesn't understand it. All he understands is, family in danger.
Can you roll me a wisdom save real quick, Gorm? I don't know if you saw it in Discord or a roll 20 rather. Okay. And you're going to the front of the barn or to the back of the barn? I don't remember if you said which one.
They said back, so I'm going to the back of the barn this
Okay.
time.
As you are running towards the back of the barn, everyone else notices this, but the sky hasn't changed yet. It is still clear. and you make your way to the back of the barn, and you sort of peek your head around the corner, and you see a couple bandits.
Did anyone keep up with me? Like, are they still there with me? Like Valter or Isaac? Are those the ones?
I believe so.
I'm charging in head first.
The scene resets.
Well, shit.
But, Gorm, you vaguely remember the conversation that you just had, as if maybe deja vu in a sense.
Okay. Sprint to the back of the barn.
Are you guys following him? I mean, you guys haven't explained what happened other than what you've already done in the past.
But
So the scene reset, and you see Gorm rushing towards the back of the barn.
I mean, in there still, or did we reset
Did
back
we
to the
lose?
beginning
You
with him?
two reset, but I mean, obviously you retain all of the knowledge that you've had.
I mean, if he just took off running on his own, I'd just follow him.
Okay. And again, Gorm, you kind of make it to the corner of the barn. You peek your head around. You see those bandits.
Same sequence of events, but faster is kind of what I'm trying to do. Like,
Okay.
I can.
Sets.
Okay. So it wasn't timing.
Just kidding. Now I can talk. I see the scene reset twice, and I see Gorm make it over there in time. So this time, I'm going to attempt to go to Little Gorm and stop him, and I'm gonna try to like explain what I saw whenever everything happened.
Okay.
Am I like able to stop him?
I mean, he's a child, of course.
Okay, cool.
You're a beefy tiefling woman. You could definitely stop a child.
And so he knows what's happening and he's running to the back of the barn again, right?
Yes.
So I kind of get down on his level, I grab his shoulders. Hey, I guess you should know why everything that's about to happen is happening. I've seen this play out a couple times and it ends the same way every time. Your mother was asked where something was and she wouldn't tell that bandit over there. And that's the reason that this happened. And I don't know if that changes anything for you, but just know that she didn't die a coward. She kind of went on her own terms, I believe, and you can't do anything to stop what's about to happen. And then she lets go.
And as you're sort of explaining all of this to Gorm, you guys hear as the situation unfolds, the bandit grabs Gorm's mom. Where is it? Where is it hidden? And he's shaking her, and he's like, "Tell me where it is." And she says, "No." And then the scene obviously plays out the way it normally would.
Gorm, next round, try to run to your mom first, if you remember this. And if he doesn't, I try to guide him next round to his mom instead of the barn.
Okay.
Does the scenery play?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I would like to try to intercept him this time.
I would say that this pass through, Gorm remembers the conversation with Lokia and has somewhat of a vague familiarity with Lokia.
Okay. Lokia doesn't scare me anymore. This is great.
Lokia still scares everyone.
Yeah, but it's not stranger
Yeah.
danger now.
Alright, here we go again.
So wait, do I remember Voltaire telling me
Yes.
to run straight to my mom?
I mean, if that's what he's trying to get you to do, then yeah.
All right, then yeah, that's what I'll do.
and the scene resets. And then this time, okay, Isaac is gonna intercept.
Soccer goal. Where's the child gonna go? Okay, okay. I'm gonna intercept him and get down onto like one knee, so I'm kind of eye to eye with him. I'm gonna put my hands on his shoulders. And I'm gonna go. Will you try something? Just stop. Stay here.
Dave, at this point, do I remember enough of this already happening to like for this to make any sense, or is this just
The
crazy talk?
conversations, yes. The sights and sounds and smells that you've heard, no. This all seems sort of like deja vu in a sense.
Okay. I'll go.
Ooh, okay. Excellent. Okay, okay. I have an idea. My hand's still kind of on little Gorm's shoulders. I'm gonna hold him here. And I'm gonna go slip down.
Are you looking?
Okay, yeah.
So you see the shoes that your father made for you the year prior, surrounded by these shoes have been well worn.
As he's looking down, I'm gonna try minor illusion in a 5-foot cube. And I'm gonna try to make it look like it's the actual body of Gorm, like how I know him. He's also kind of on a knee so that we're just kind of kneeling in the dirt together. And it's got all of the like scars on his knuckles that I know he has, and like all of the little silver slivers on his arms I know is in his chest from where I watched him get A, impaled, and then B, brought back to life. And I want to just try and recreate it in front of him so that he can look down and see it.
You do weird point of view, of a very scarred, very adventured individual, and then the scene resets. But this time, you all see, or whoever is outside sees, but still doesn't remember everything he's seen in this scenario. But he remembers all of you, as if he knows you, as if he's adventured with you. You were his friends. You helped him when he was felled by a creature, and you tried everything you could to bring him back to life. He remembers this, but he also remembers this memory, and he very much still feels that this is real as he rushes back to the back of the barn house. So Gorm, you can now interact with the rest of the party as if they are your adventuring party.
Alright, so we're picking up at the back of the barn.
Yes.
I think I would try to use rage and attack the bandits.
The scene resets as soon as you land a blow on the bandit. Okay. You remember everything that has happened thus far, all the actions, all of the conversations. But you still don't know how the hell you're gonna get this place.
Guys, why does this keep resetting? How do we get out?
What is it that your mother hid?
I don't know. Do we need to like find it?
I kind of walk towards the group from where I was standing. I don't necessarily think that's it. I think you need to confront whatever guilt you feel about this. Face it head on and stuff like that.
It's sort of been the recurring theme, sort of. I kind of have to own up to things, unfortunately.
Whatever part of this makes you feel vulnerable, that's the part we gotta face. Not we, you. We already did that.
Yeah, from the background, but
It feels like I can't do anything.
And do you feel guilty about that?
Of course I do.
Hmm.
Didn't this happen when you were a child? So, what could you have done? Maybe.
I guess not. Nothing works.
I cross my arms. That's what's confusing me because for us two, and I look at Isaac, we just kind of had to do what we wish we had done or could have done, or you try to do what you wish you could have done, and it just doesn't work. I look to Isaac, correct?
Yes, but I think the difference was that I didn't believe that I could do anything. I sort of proved myself wrong, really, but I don't think Gorm's starting with that. You think you should have done something, and yet you can hold yourself accountable to the highest of standards, and yet, even in a dreamscape, you'll never really live up to them. Does that make sense?
None of this makes much sense to me. You mean you guys have experienced something like this?
Same scenario. We all had to kind of pull each other out of our worst nightmare. Of course, not all of us started out as children. That was different. Facing something we felt guilty about and rewriting it.
You face nothing.
The acceptance that you couldn't do anything.
Because this conversation is obviously very long. And then
Mhm.
I look towards the rest of the group and take a couple steps towards the barn. She hasn't been attacked yet. That's definitely weird.
Roll perception.
Gotta find that on my character sheet. Found it. Oh, I have low perception. 8.
Oh, I have one more. Hold on. I have to find it. I have one more portent. I don't know if it'd work, but I don't know how if magic still loves me or not. But I have one portent left, and it's a 13.
Okay. I would say, are you using that for Lucio?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Like as you're sort of like peering around at the scene, everyone seems to be at a standstill, like kind of like frozen. Everyone that's in the violent part of the scene, like the bandits, the parents.
I like point towards it. I think that you have somehow done something to stop the dream. I don't know. I'm confused.
Or interacting with it.
But why didn't we try, like in the opposite direction of where I know the event is happening? Just like towards whatever fields or trees or whatever. Why don't we just try walking away from it?
But where even is home? It was here, but here's gone.
Fine.
I guess we have to try.
Take a couple more. I'll take a couple more steps back the other direction.
I follow suit.
I'll follow.
As you get further away, the sky doesn't change. No sounds happen. Nothing happens. but then the scene resets.
Oh, what the hell?
Maybe you try burning the barn down first. Maybe if you get there ahead of everybody, it'll like sort of take it out.
You kill your parents instead.
Yeah.
That'll
Wow.
change.
Hmm.
There's something we're missing, really.
Is Gorm aware that they're little now?
I think Gorm has
believe
gained
so.
awareness.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Gorm has gained awareness at the very beginning of the nightmare loop. You hear slight buzzing in your head, and it's sort of like a kind of tolerable. And then a voice starts to creep into your head. Give me 1 second.
I was about to say, and what does that voice sound like? Because I have a feeling I know what that voice sounds like.
Really? Don't you remember? Willow told me to protect you. I've been telling you, you're so close. You couldn't hear me properly. What needs to be said? A child to lose his parents. Such a sad story. But you are a mere child. You are a mere child. What could you have done?
Nothing. I couldn't have done anything.
Yes, what could you? So why? Why do you keep it inside? If there is nothing.
I just feel it's important to remember.
Whisper it to the wind. Declare it. You must.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed.
That's not enough. There was nothing you could have done.
Now I'm really confused.
Stupid Willow. Always trying to be so far-fetched. Do you really believe that there is nothing you can do? Can you accept that fact?
I don't have any choice.
You don't have any choice but to accept it, to believe it. But will you believe it? Will you forgive yourself and accept that there is nothing you can do?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I can accept it.
True?
Yes, because now I'm not a child, and now I can do something about it when it happens to other people.
And
Say
at
again.
that moment, Gorm and everyone else, the scene erupts, and the scene just unfolds as it normally would, and the screams and the cries and the rainfall, and you all awaken in the apothecary.
When did you get here exactly?
I'm not sure exactly when. It was still daytime. Oh shit, a laurel. I found a laurel in the tunnels. We have to get back to the spider web.
Before we do that question, I remember I had asked if in my dream I recognized the voice that told me I couldn't contact my god, and you said not while you're here. Now that I'm out of the dream, do I recognize that voice?
No.
Okay. So that's haunting me, but I look to Gorm and then everybody else. Who do you think set this trap? I mean, Willow was the one that told us to come here, correct?
Yes, yeah. They sent a message to me directly.
Guys, I'm starting to think there's something a little suspicious about this Philippe person.
Look, yo, Scott, she goes, starting? Just now starting?
You know
Oh,
what?
they were friends with Willow. Willow was cool.
Yeah,
I don't believe that for a second.
You know what, Gorm? That's a great addition to the conversation. I'm with you on that one. bad vibe from that guy.
Ilka looks away from the start.
Definitely. Does anyone else hear the... You're the voice, right? That talked to you and others.
I mean, I assume whenever you tried to use your magic, there was somebody that told you you couldn't. Same thing happened when I tried to talk to Ilmater, but he doesn't like to talk to me anyways, so I also just kind of brushed that off.
Is it back in being in grade school? Your teachers are like, stop casting magic missile in class, Isaac. It's not appropriate, Isaac. Whatever. Didn't like it.
You look at you. And I cock my head to the side and just think about how differently we grew up. And then I remember that you also mentioned in your dreams you read books. I just kind of sigh. I shake my head. To live in such a different world.
Yes, yes. Well, you've kind of seen it all, basically. It's just Blackbone. That's kind of it. That's the whole thing. Yes, but the quality of that, the fact that that was someone, you know? I'm familiar with certain sort of charms or spells that enrapture the mind of other creatures, but that
Aw, you made a new friend.
that was that doesn't just happen. You know, someone you engineer that sort of thing. That was specific. You have to put intention into that.
I look and I nod, and I'm willing to bet the same person that sent us here was the engineer.
But Willow wouldn't do that.
Willow was being coerced.
Yes, they didn't sound they sounded rather unwell, all things considered. The last time they spoke to me. Do you think that they're in danger?
I think that anytime Willow is stuck in their own head, it's probably not a good time, and I think Philippe is the one with the key to that little fairy brain of his.
Where is Philippe anyway?
He left, had some sort of interaction with the Titan, and he just sort of disappeared.
It's real convenient.
After he tried to Eldritch Blast me twice, might I add. I know that I was briefly mind controlled, but I do take that personally. Do we think that, I know that we have for sure, you know, the whole thing with the Laurel and all of that. Is there any way we could maybe spare a visit to the airship and just check and see if Willow's alright? I can go, you know, maybe not by myself, but I could go quickly and check.
Yeah, definitely. Not by yourself.
No. If at
I
any point too we want to just like hit the hay for a little bit, wouldn't argue with that. Just so we know.
look to Gorm. How dire is the Laurel situation? Would you say it kind of takes priority over the finding and skinning Philippe alive issue?
So I'm not sure how to rank the priority here, but I remember Laurel kind of committing murder and then disappearing into that tunnel, and I found her with Bumblebee, and it's in a cavern with these blue Lodeoganite crystals everywhere, and she may have seen me. So there's that.
First of all, attempted murder. Bitch couldn't kill me even if she tried, and she did. Secondly, I mean, what comes of it if we don't address a Laurel? Because all I kind of see happening is her running away again. Whereas if we don't address the Philippe issue, we, I think, run the risk of falling into another trap ourselves or something malicious happening to Willow.
Um,
That's not a risk I'd like to run personally.
No, I'm quite worried about Willow. I think we should probably go and check on them. I also don't know how much fighting I have left in me right now.
Bold of you to assume anything involving Willow won't be a fight.
Yes, probably. You know what? I'll feel better about dying for the Willow situation than I will for a woman I've kind of never met before, and also who is bad at murder. Like, not that I wanted her to kill you, but like,
Yeah, if you're
if you're
gonna
not even
do a
gonna
thing,
kill
do it
somebody,
right.
yeah, if you're not even gonna kill somebody, that big of a problem, you know. I'm glad that you are fine with it, by the way. Really,
You
So-
needn't worry about me. Gonna take quite a bit to knock me out, and whoever does can proudly carry that trophy. But I do believe that checking on Willow's well-being and locating Philippe is of higher importance right now.
You won't find Willow. They're all in your heads. I work with Willow to make sure everything is in place. And Laurel would be essentially someone who would not go down without a fight. And infinite times, even if it's a small scratch, will eventually kill you. Which is why you're here. Did you not think that your personal histories is bound to come up? Did you not consider that whatever's holding you back from your past is what's hindering your growth? So I would be careful if you see me again, because I'd be expecting a thank you. And trust me, I have Willow in good hands. They're alive, and they're the one who sent you. I merely helped them escape a little bit. That's for a different time and place and scenario. You can doubt me all you want, but you know I'm right.
yay.
Yeah, I miss Willow. I just want to say that.
I was about to say, I grip my axe and kind of say to myself, / just like out loud into existence.
Let it out. Let it out. Yeah, let it out. You know, if we learned anything today in the past couple of sessions from what I heard, just let it out.
I'm not going to
Go
say
ahead.
something very nice. Just kind of say into existence, hoping that Philippe, wherever he is, hears me. And I kind of like, I lift my axe up, pick at my brain again, and I will splatter yours on whatever surface I can find with my bare fucking hands. Got that?
Now, would it be rude for him to answer you? Because it would be picking through your brain?
Add fuel to the fire. That's fine by me.
Like, you
Like
know,
I said, we've entered anti-hero Lokia.
even if he's saying yes,
Isaac just like licks two fingers and holds them up as if he's trying to vibe out like the arcane wind of the situation to try and feel like response.
Gorm's just gonna be like, yeah, and I hope he stubs his toe.
So innocent. I think baby Gorm is bled into adult Gorm a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm so with the both of you. Oh, he thinks he's such hot shit because he can cast spells and talk in people's heads. Newsflash, bitch. So can I. Oh, I'm going to return that Eldritch Blast directly into his chest. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, let's see how you do. See how you counterspell this one. I'm gonna crack him in the jaw. Anyway. Should we? I don't know. Seems like he doesn't want us to do stuff. I'm not ready for a fight with Illoral if we are going to fight Illoral at any point.
I just want to ask, are you guys leaving this apothecary?
I'm gonna vote yes.
I'll also probably vote yes.
Should we go back to the airship? I don't know. Actually.
I would like to check and see if Willow's still even at the airship.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Well, let me bring up the map, and I will kind of help you guys discern your location from the location of where the docks are. Give me 1 second.
Can we stealth, by the way, guy? Can we move stealthily through the city so we don't get clocked and punched in the middle of the street? Because I have 8 hit points and like 3 spell slots and nothing left. All of my
I-
abilities are gone.
So you're an Eldritch Blast away from that, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, I didn't want to say it,
I don't
but
like that.
a
I
D10
don't
would probably
like
do it.
that.
Listen.
Get away! The power of Christ compels you to leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Listen,
Oh,
I've got a
Dave is
4th
gone.
level.
And
I'll use it. Yeah, I don't
Ugh.
have a 5th level anymore. I have 4th.
I've got enough spell slots. Enough for what? Enough for a good amount of divine smites.
I have enough
You're
for
gonna have to hand it to
fireball.
me.
It's fine.
Sorry, I can't lift it.
I have a folding chair.
Oh gosh.
I might have to borrow that.
Huh?
Oh,
I
you're
can't.
good.
Oh, gosh.
Huh?
Come here.
Oh, I hear children.
Yeah, sorry. I had to put the kids back to bed.
Oh my gosh, I caught you.
Does anyone have a way to locate Willow, Isaac?
I don't have a 5th level spell slot left. I can cast scrying, but I have nothing to do it with. If we take a short rest, I can get one 5th level spell slot left. With Arcane Recovery. Hunker down for an hour.
My plan was to kind of just bye. Like if we did find Willow at the airship, great. If not, that would probably be a pretty slay time to take a long rest. Ever. I do have locate object that I can use. If I have seen it up close, which I'm assuming there's something of Willow's that I've seen up close.
Oh yeah.
Probably some random card or just Willow essence. Locate essence. Locate prick is what I'm
Locate
doing.
Well, Lokia has
Mhm.
the coin still.
But it's locate object, not locate owner of object.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's one thing that Willow has that you can maybe concentrate on?
I mean, I know Willow has a haste card that he's used on me before. I assume that's part of his deck that he would have on him. Let me look at the exact wording of this to make sure. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object is in 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, I know the direction of its motion. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. So I could just the close has been within 30 feet of me at least once.
Does Willow have an earpiece too?
I don't think Willow does.
The one with not Bodrat? No, Telester or Tharno, one of those.
Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. This spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object. So,
I can always, yeah.
you're
If we want to, um, if we do take a short rest somewhere, I could do scrying, and that's I can see and hear a particular creature I choose that is on the same plane as me, and it's modified by how well I know the person that I'm looking for. So if I know them well, and I don't know if the card that Willow gave me would be considered one of their possessions, but if the DM so ruled it, then potentially I could take away, it would be a -9 to Willow's saving throw to resist my spell.
If Willow is unconscious, is Willow still even able to make a saving throw, or would that be a disadvantage?
That is such a good point. I can also, I don't know, because it doesn't say, I don't think, but it does say I can choose a location I've seen before as the target. The sensor appears at the location and doesn't move. So I don't know if
I don't
there's
think
a
that would
saving
help
throw.
us
Well, I
much.
mean, if we don't want to risk like them passing this, then I would know what room on the airship they were in. Like I could say truly just whether they were still in that room or not. Like anything more than that.
But we would have to do a long rest before you could do that.
We have to do a short rest. I can do it once on short rest.
A short rest is 30 minutes without fighting mechanically, I believe.
So 30 to an
Sorry about
hour.
that.
Let's chill.
I think it's an hour.
Anyway, you guys are where the number 3 is. The docks are around here. You can see where I'm pinging.
Pull up the map.
I could shift click.
Other side of the city.
So it'd be
Fantastic.
roughly about a 45-minute jaunt if you guys were to go directly to the airship.
I mean, that kind of seems like the best plan currently.
Okay.
Because, I don't know. Open to suggestions, however.
I think it's great. If they're there and they're probably still, in a coma, but then at least we know that they're there. And then if they're not, then rest there and I can scry in the morning if we want.
We can also try divine intervention if we need to. See if my
I've
god's feeling
only
kind.
seen
That'd be incredible.
divine intervention work twice for like the 10 years I've played. So I'm like, please try it. I want to see if it works.
That'd be insane if you pulled
It
that
wouldn't
out.
work for me, but it might work for Gorm. We've already established
I
my
was
god
gonna
does not give
ask.
a fuck what happens to me.
Hey, listen,
He doesn't
Paylor's
give a
always
fuck.
open.
Pelor doesn't align with Ilkia. It's our vibe. Like he's supposed to be an edgelord.
I don't
So-
know. Righteous vengeance,
I got plans. I'm scheming.
Scheming.
See-
Scheming.
You guys are for sure like leaving the apothecary and making your way towards the docks, right?
I wanted
Yes,
to.
but I would like to scout the area outside before we all leave.
I wanted
Okay.
to use detect in there.
Ooh,
In
I
in
would
the
like to
in the room
use.
or in the area
in
in
the
the
apothecary.
okay.
I would also like to use my divine sense, which is essentially just detect good and evil.
You do not detect anything.
And also, before we go, I want to give Isaac a good old 10 from the Lay on Hands pool. So you get plus 10 to your
What a woman.
health.
Thank you.
Trying to see anything else I can do before we skedaddle.
So I need a kind of like a marching order as to which order everyone's leaving the apothecary.
Do either of us get anything with our divine sense or detect magic?
No, nothing.
We'll go first and scout out the area and let everyone know if it's safe to leave.
Okay.
Because I think I got quite a few hit points on me. I do.
So you scatter on the area. It's quiet. It's dark. Shops are closed. There's no traffic on the street. It's midnight. I mean, what? Not what's gonna happen.
I guess I'm gonna signal to everyone else that it's okay to come out then and leave. What? No trouble. A tail. What kind of tail are you looking for?
Like if someone was following us or something.
Oh, yes. That's mostly what I was looking for, is to make sure there wasn't anybody out there like waiting to.
Nope.
Traffic, anyone we see is suspect, in my opinion.
Okay.
I agree.
So we have Lokia going out first. Who's next? Gorm, Voltaire. I'll say
Yeah, I'll
Jarvroth
go
goes out
next.
next,
Oh. Alright, fair enough.
and then Gorm.
Sure.
People with a higher AC.
Okay. Yeah, you can go in front of me.
Thank you.
So, Isaac, as you step out the building, you sort of like stand still in place, and your eyes start to glaze over, and you, Isaac, and it says, "Help, help, please." And you're kind of like transported through to the sight of somebody else. And I'm only gonna put you on this map.
Oh my god. Oh, guys, can people get out of my brain? Oh my god. Pay rent or leave. Come on.
Get out of my head.
And
Real.
what you see is this strange environment of like lights and metallic material, and kind of like, for some reason, you're able, she that voice, whatever, looks down, and you see familiar hands.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh shit, dog. Whoa.
And she says, and for some strange reason, you are able to take control of this body.
Oh my.
You have control of this token. I'm going to let you describe what you see as you're traversing this area to whoever is listening.
Oh my god. Okay. Hey guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, in character sense for me to say, have you ever seen the movie Alien?
Yeah.
I'm in a cocoon. I'm not here anymore. I'm somewhere else. Oh boy. The walls are made of metal, I believe. If I like look down at my
You were
hand,
able to look.
do I recognize I'm in someone else's body? Okay. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Bit jarring. The walls are made of metal. And I think the floor is also made of metal. And there's a lot of lights. Can I take a second and like try and listen like in this other space to try and see like if I hear, A, voices, or B, like ominous sounds.
You hear some beeping, some whirring, not too unfamiliar from what you've heard from Archie and Stranger.
Hmm. I'm gonna walk. Oh my. Guys, this is the scariest thing I've ever done. But God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The rest of the party, you guys hear Isaac talking and describing all this stuff out loud. So I guess you heard him say that he's a hot lady.
I mean that respectfully. We're good friends, okay? just because I don't eat meat doesn't mean I can't look at the steak list. You know what I'm saying? It's fine.
I ask Isaac, which hot lady are you in specific?
Isaac does not hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It is a one-sided conversation.
Okay, another couple of steps forward. I really hope you guys can hear me. This would be really awkward if I'm just talking to an empty room. Okay, there's some, I think, metal crates over to my right, and God, there's a lot of things lit up. Oh my God. Oh, there's so many things here. Okay. DM, the thing in front of me. A door, mayhaps? Oh my. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you see that door, and then to the right of it,
Oh, good. Okay. Everyone, I have a theory, and I don't know how much I actually want that theory to be true, but I have a theory nonetheless. Clipboard lying on this pod type thing. And I want to take a gander at the clipboard.
okay.
I'm expecting to not be able to read what's on here, but I would still like to know.
You would be correct. It is a mixture of.
Okay. Hey guys. Again, hope you can hear me. I'm in my friend's body, sort of piloting her around. And if I'm not, oh boy, we have a lot to worry about. Sort of,
Hurry.
huh? Nike, is this happening now? What do you mean,
Yes,
hurry?
hurry.
Okay, I'll try to get you out.
Not much time.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Losing connection.
Okay. I'll go as fast as I can. I go as fast as I can. I'm gonna walk up to this box. I'm gonna examine this door mechanism and this strange glowy box.
It's got a glass face on it, and the lights are sort of like projecting various symbols and shapes.
Nike, are you trying to get out? Do you know how to? Do you know what any of this means?
Door.
Okay. I'll go over and I'm gonna just try the door.
The door opens up.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, we're making our great escape here. I'm popping through that motherfucker.
As you enter the room, you hear,
Oh God.
and the room starts to fill with like a mist, a very moist mist.
Very moist.
And then after like maybe 30 seconds, the mist stops and the other door opens up.
Let's see. I was being cleaned. I get it. I'm making a wild run. She sounds distraught, and so
Okay.
I want to go.
Then give me 1 second.
Hey, everybody, I think I'm breaking my friend out of alien prison. I hope, I wish you guys were here. I feel like some of you, I mean this with love, I feel like.
Upon entering this room, give me a second.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. Okay. I think Isaac just says out loud, oh, I think I went the wrong way. Okay. Oh my. I think I'm in the heart, or maybe the nursery. I can't really tell.
Not much time. I'm next.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get you out of here. Um, can I do like a scan? Like I'll step briefly into the room. Can I do a scan? Is there another door in here?
You lose connection.
Guys, I can't stress enough. I can't stress enough. What the fuck? Oh my God. Guys, if I can paint a word picture for you with sweet, sweet adjectives and nouns, it would be holy fuck. And also purple, and also the heart, gigantic, crystalline, awesome. surrounded, and I mean surrounded by like stasis pods, purple glowing stasis pods, full of these horrible pale flesh things that I assume are more aliens. Not good. Not good at all. I didn't see a door. I only saw the one I came out of. I think my friend's gonna get turned into an alien. Oh, it was like being in Alien. That was awesome and so horrible.
Super Slay Fun Times. We play a fun game where we have fun.
We play a normal game where just normal things happen.
Mm.
Yes, absolutely.
There's too many weird motherfuckers, you know? The only people we've gone up against, weird motherfuckers.
I'm
Flesh,
sorry.
zombie flesh ball, woman in Willow's head, that little southern rat fuck.
I hate that man.
Actual
I hate that
aliens.
man.
Yeah, it's just been a bunch of weird motherfuckers.
Philippe's been nothing but nice.
Philippe's been a little bitch.
Listen,
That's all Philippe has been.
He has not once acted out of spite.
I think lives
Hard.
by the like life motto if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And so he's just been like, I'm not gonna say anything, but like we know that like he had nothing nice to say, so he chose to be silent. Like he has that sort of energy, which I really
Yeah, I don't like him.
I'm gonna go
Hey.
into all of it. I'm gonna go into his fridge and I'm gonna take a knife and I'm gonna stab a tiny hole in all of his yogurt containers. They're
Oh,
all
no.
go
Gotta show
bad.
him.
Yeah, I don't play around. I was about to say, listen, they're for Kyle only. I'm gonna go into his fridge and I'm gonna poke a hole in all of the bags of milk so that when he tries to put them into the holder,
Okay,
they just fill the
Canadians.
holder up and he doesn't get to drink any.
That's what you sound like.
Truly, I'm from Ontario because no one else in this country does that.
Maple syrup mousse. That's what you sound like when you
Maple
talk.
Mm,
I hope you know the depth of my spite.
I can feel it, and I love it. What happens if
That's
you're
not how
wrong?
you're-
I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm gonna hit him. I don't care. He pisses me off.
Cassie, so this is your first D&D game, right?
This is my first campaign that I
Campaign,
joined.
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Same
have
here.
been in multiple campaigns. Currently DMing one.
Got it. Okay, okay. Fair enough.
But
Love the
what does
hate.
that have to do with anything?
No, I don't normally play like someone who's very mystery. So this is a first for me. I'm like, I hope the character is coming through as I intended it to be.
Are you trying to come through as an infuriating prick?
Whoa.
Because that's what you're
God
coming
damn.
through as. Is that what you're going for?
You know what? We'll find out. We'll find out if that is the true essence of Philippe Coin.
I mean it with so much love in my heart. I truly have no idea. Like Philippe, I know the only thing I know about Philippe is that Philippe is working for himself. And I don't know to what end, and I think he really pulled that off because it's really like making me paranoid 24/7. And I'm really
Yes. Okay. Did
I
my job.
Yeah.
tried to have an open mind.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did not.
it's only gotten
Good try.
sketchier.
Oh, a friend of Willow's. Oh, a fellow spellcaster. And then I met him.
Press X to doubt. That X button
I-
has been pressed a million times.
I have
There is
not
no X
liked
button
Philippe
anymore.
since I met him. Lucia is not like that man.
Fair enough.
And whether or not she believes he's good or bad or on their side or not, she is going to hit him for going into her head. She did not like that.
Fair.
I'm like fully expecting at some point to have a situation where
Mm-hmm.
I'm fully expecting that. Like, there is part of me that kind of believes by the end of the campaign that, well, okay, never mind. I want to talk.
What did we learn from today's session? Let it out.
Lilkia's letting it out, not Cassandra. The thing is, if I was Oath of Devotion, I would definitely break my oath at some point in this campaign, but I'm Oath of Vengeance, which makes it significantly harder for me to break the oath. That's where my head is, because I'm like, anytime I want to hurt somebody, that kind of goes through my head. I'm like, oh, is this going to be Oathbreaker type stuff? And because my oath is just like a general oath of fighting against bad, evil, like things that are truly evil, it's very hard to break that oath. Unless if I just start attacking good people without reason.
That might be the case.
What good people are you going to make me attack?
It's not me. It's gonna make you attack anyone.
What if
I don't
Philippe
like
was
that.
good this whole time? What if Philippe was good and Willow was the bad one?
That'd be fucking insane. If Logia broke her full paladin oath because Philippe was just actually a super chill guy the entire time.
Well, the thing for that is I think that I have to consciously be making that decision to break the oath. I think that's how that works. So I would have to see like the proof of that and then be like, I don't give a fuck, I'm attack Willow or not Willow, Philippe anyway.
Okay.
Cass is just coming for all of your characters, Kyle. So they're all gone.
You think Kyle makes a character?
I'll just be a human fighter, Bob.
And smack the shit out of Bob.
He's gonna come back as something like really cute the next time. Like he's gonna be like, you know, one of the hedgehog kin that's like a cleric of baked goods or something.
Baked goods.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back as Umtash.
Is that how they're gonna talk?
He's gonna
Probably.
come back
I don't know.
he's gonna
Oh,
come back
God.
as Umtash next.
That's cruel and unusual punishment.
He's gonna be evil somehow again.
Because that makes him, that gives, like, takes away his plot armor. And then he can die. Who the freak is calling me?
But hey, glad to be back, guys, after my hiatus.
Yeah, welcome
That was
back.
great. Thank you.
By some of us.
Oh.
Just kidding, just kidding. I'm kidding. I like playing with Kyle. I don't like playing with Kyle's characters.
Both of them? Ouch.
No, I like Willow. I just don't like Philippe. Lilkia actually, like, not anymore, but used to feel like the strongest attachment to Willow out of everyone. Not anymore, though.
Fair enough.
But I don't know how I feel about everything. I don't like anything currently. I'm confused, I'm concerned, plotting, scheming, just dying, that too.
I mean, you're free, aren't you?
Sure, for now.
No negative effects? No adverse effects?
That
For
you know
now,
of?
Free of a prison we were put into by somebody.
sure.
And somehow the cards worked. Funny. Funny how that works.
You know what, guys? I think we should just let bygones be bygones. I think we should all get together and have dinner after this.
I think we should beat the shit out of Philippe and tell him to not do that again.
Maybe.
Freddie,
How do you even
Yeah,
know
he,
this
says-
he
Philippe?
could just communicate
Philippe
things
was
with
the one
his
that
words.
said he did it.
Huh?
Philippe was like, I expect you guys to thank me after this. I say we all get in a circle around him like we're like school, elementary children, and just kind of push him around until he apologizes.
sorry, that's so funny to me. Harry, this casual. Yeah, counterspell this bitch, and then you just push him around a bunch.
I want to inflict physical and mental harm on this man.
I love that. Freddie, love Philippe for what he's done to this group. I'm obsessed with this guy.
Oh.
Isaac doesn't like him. Doesn't get a good vibe. Doesn't like him. I fucking love that little freak. Why is he like that? Why is he doing this? I don't know. I want to see though.
Do you just do this because you get bored of Willow? Is that why this is happening?
No. I love Willow.
Okay.
You'll just have to see the fruits of the labor sometime down the line.
Guys, is this the part where we all make evil alter ego characters, sort of without?
I also wanted to try someone who's not as... Because a lot of my characters are somewhat like Willow. I've always wanted to try something that's very different. That's why I did. Yeah. Something different.
All part of the plan. What plan
Cat
is that?
Willow.
We'll have to wait and see.
I don't know if there even is a plan. Maybe I'm just bullshitting. Maybe
That'd
there is
be
no plan.
Insane if you were just improving the entire time, building up to some great, like, horrible, earth-shattering realization, and you're like,
Philippe
I'm
is
sorry.
Willow from the future.
I'm sorry to reveal all this, but Kyle's just been improvising this whole time, and I just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. All right. Say that.
It's a personal vendetta against Dave. I'm like, what about this? Bounce back
Got
from
fucking-
this.
I always wonder that, like, how much the two of you in specific talk and plan and scheme versus the rest of us.
I think it's pretty much equal.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just really looking for Willow and Philippe storylines.
All the talking and scheming that I do with you is just, hey, can I shop for this item? Okay, cool. Thanks. Actually, that's not all, but
Okay,
the rest
well,
is
so-
still a mystery.
The communication is the amount of communication is roughly the same. What we communicate about is different for everyone.
I was about to say, it's either me asking you if I can have something or you just sending me ominous messages like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with Luca's character. Is that okay? Are you okay with that? How attached are you to Coralie? Is it okay if I kill your family real quick? Just running that by you.
Not your in-game family, your real.
My real
Your real
family.
life.
And then I'm like, hey Dave, would it be okay if I named my axe? That's all that is on my part.
You guys are insane. I text Dave and I go, "Hey Dave, are there other Titans? Like, can I know their name or like, do I know any of them that are like maybe alive?" And then he's like, "Well, it's kind of just these ones." And I go, "Okay, thank you, bye bye."
Yeah, with Freddie and I, it's literally just lore.
It's just lore. I have no scary secrets plans. I'm just a giant fucking nerd, and that's it.
Maybe
Mhm.
there's more lore than you realize that you're not seeing.
Wouldn't it be, guys? Wouldn't it be insane if I pulled like the professor's secretly like freaky somehow? He's not. He's just really stupid. But
I don't think it's a secret that the professor is freaky. I don't
Yeah,
think it's a
that's
secret that
fair.
any of you are freaky. You guys are weird. I'm the tiefling and the rest of you are freaks somehow.
Oh man.
I mean, to be fair, Gorm's just innocent and oblivious.
Yeah, I don't really have to like scheme with Travis about Gorm because Gorm's just along for the ride.
I was just spitballing that whole time.
He sure was, and I was cheering him on. Because not gonna lie, I was like every time you said something else that kind of like built onto the scene, I'm like, yes, go on, you could do it. I loved like every moment of that, like the question, the adventure question. Like, do you remember your adventures? He's like, yeah, I met a frog. I loved how innocent that was.
so
I was about to say, little Gorm just strikes me as just kind of like, he's a little guy.
Just
That's all.
a
Just a
little
little
regular
guy.
Yeah, because I mean, that would be the event that made him get strong.
Meeting the frog?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
wait,
the-
the parents.
Yes, he had to survive and get strong for the frog. Yeah.
Just for the frog.
He
Ma-
got
gotta
strong so
make
he
the
could
frog
protect the
crab.
frog.
Yep.
I'm doing this for you.
So he could protect him. Next character I make is going to be like, I got strong so I can protect this little frog that I got. Gorm's gonna be like, no fucking way, I know that frog.
You know who's an enigma to Philippe? It is Voltaire. Ever since Philippe met Voltaire, Voltaire is very level-headed, very like, okay, well, this is the reality. There's barely any stoicism. So Philippe is having a hard time reading Voltaire. So like, damn, trying to see if I can make something, but I'm like, Willow knows that. Philippe, fuck.
I'm trying not to give anything to Philippe.
I know. I see that.
I cannot relate.
Trying to find prod, listen, interact. It's just like the guard is fully up. It's like never trusted Philippe on day one.
I mean, in Voltaire's defense, like he has trusted a lot of people. So ever since he fled Black Belt,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say the friends I've made have been really good, and the ones I haven't trusted haven't been trustworthy yet.
You're guilty until proven innocent.
It's fair. Oh, so
Alright,
good to
guys,
play again.
I gotta get off. Gotta be up in 3 hours.
Ooh,
Yeah, I got about 4.
alrighty.
All right.
Always a pain, rarely a pleasure.
I'll put that on a t-shirt. Shit.
insane. Can you put that across the ass of some booty shorts? Because I wear that.
Oh no.
It's
Me
too late in
too.
the night.
Love it.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Hearts
night,
and
guys.
stars.
See you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Mwah.